In this series, called 30-Minute Masterpieces, we explore artworks that can be completed within a 40-minute class period. Welcome to Painting with Janine Liza. In this class, we're going to do a neon scene on black cardstock using large and small brushes, masking tape, a bit of cardboard or some thick paper, paper towel, water, paint palette, and neon paints, plus some white acrylic paint. We only need the tape to give us a half circle for a stencil. We're just going to draw this half circle on a piece of thick paper or cardstock, and then we're going to cut it out. Now this is folded, so I've got two half circles here. We'll just put these aside for later. Now I'm going to take my neon orange and just put a few drops down here in sort of a vertical pattern. And yellow, just here and there, just at the bottom of the paper, like the bottom third. And now some green. We want to leave the top a little bit of space up there for what we're going to do next. Oh, here's some nice pink. And we'll add some blue. Now I'm going to get a bit of paper towel and lay it on the paint that I've put on the paper. I'm going to have to use two pieces to stretch across. I'm going to gently press this down on the paint to change the shape of the paint. Then I'm going to lift the paper towel. You want to make sure that you have somewhere to put this sticky paper towel afterwards. Look at that texture. This is going to be the coral in the artwork. Now I'm going to get some green paint and paint some wavy lines of seaweed coming up from the bottom of the canvas. I'm going to add a little bit of white to the green now so that it becomes a little bit more opaque and not so transparent. And then I'll go over some of my wavy lines just to make them a little bit more visible. I'll add a few little pieces coming off of the larger pieces at the top. I'm going to put some white paint in the palette, and I'm going to use my large brush to flick this white paint over the top and the base of the painting. This is going to be an underwater scene, so these will be some of the distant bubbles and little bubbles in the coral. Now let's get those half circles we cut out. We're going to make jellyfish with these. We can decide what colours to use on each one. I'm going to start with a warm coloured one, orange, yellow and pink. Just going to drop some on here and there, and then I might smudge it to the edges with my large brush, trying not to mix the colours together too much. I'm going to gently flip this over, being very careful, pressing a little in the position I want it, and it's okay if it smudges a little bit. This gives the jellyfish more of a natural shape. There's enough paint on this one to do another one, so I'm going to put one here as well. These colours are just beautiful. Now let's do the other one. I'll do this one in cool colours with just a little bit of yellow. So we'll put yellow, blue and green on this one. I'm putting it on paper towel to squirt the paint so that I don't make too much mess. I'll smudge the edges again with my large brush. I know it's out of view, but there you go. Mostly blue and green with just a little bit of yellow. And I'll have space for one of these on the canvas. I want to leave some room for the tentacles. Gently pressing and lifting carefully. There you go. Now I'm going to use the small brush and dip into the white paint, and I'm going to drag some of the colour from the jellyfish down into the tentacles so it's a lighter version with the white, and the white helps it to stand out a little bit more. Just little wavy lines coming down. These can be similar in length, but some could be shorter. I'm going to take a bit of orange paint now for the warmer ones and do a thick squiggly line coming down the centre. 2 of them. We'll do this for the other jellyfish as well, with a different colour of the larger tentacles coming down the middle of the green one. just add a little defining line to each jellyfish with the small brush, and then we'll move to the white paint to create some bubbles. I'll just add vertical clusters of white dots to give the impression of bubbles in the water. If you've used acrylic paint, you'll want to take the tape off very carefully before it dries so that the tape doesn't pull at the paint when it solidifies on the edge. If it's tempera, you won't need to take the tape off right away. You can wait until it dries. I hope you've enjoyed the class. It's been a lot of fun to make this vibrant scene. Removing the tape reveals a lovely frame which accents the picture really well. For more art classes like these, please go to Art with Janine Liza on YouTube.